closing it down here. Selling the racks. Prices are still probably high. There's a safe though. Look at this. Okay. But you can pick that up for a song. Sitting out in front of the old Gander Mtn store. The Gander Mtn store, let me move this up so I don't have a double chin in this video. The old Gander Mtn store here is going out of business, and I was just trying to think how long it's actually been around in Little Rock, North Little Rock. And I don't quite remember when we got it. I know that it came around when I was in college, because I used to go to grad school at night after working full-time somewhere in Little Rock. And so I'd go to class after work, and then by the time I was done with class, I actually still had a little bit of time before this place closed. So I would, a lot of the times, come over here after class and go look at guns and maybe look at ammunition and see what all they had in here. The thing is, though, I can tell you exactly why Gander Mtn's going out of business. It's their prices are entirely too high. They always have been. They always kind of have been. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with Gander Mtn, because on one hand, they've got one of the biggest firearms selection in the state. If there's a gun you're having trouble finding, chances are this place had it. They weren't going to have it cheap, but they'd have it. And I just bought a gun from these guys, because they're going out of business and they got like sales on everything. And I just bought a gun from them like a few weeks ago. Once again, I don't think it was like a huge fire sale kind of a deal, but it was a decent deal, so I got it. And it was funny because when I bought it, they looked my name up and they said, well, it looks like you've bought like 6 guns from us over the years. And I said, probably. And the thing is, they're horribly high on all their prices, but the thing was, if you went there enough, every now and then you could find something that was interesting and priced normal. Not really a great deal or anything, but priced normal. And that was typically when I'd buy something from them. But then, you know, on the other hand, everything they have in here was just entirely too high. I remember I bought my wife a Glock 21 here one time before I knew any better. It was when this place had first, they were still relatively new in 07, 06, 07, 08, or 09, somewhere around there that this store opened up. So with this being 2017, I'm going to go ahead and say this store's probably been around about 10 years. Let's say 07. And anyway, I bought my wife a Glock 21 from here. Yeah, 21. And when I bought it, I hadn't shot 45 ACP in a long time. And when I bought the gun, they said, well, would you like a box of ammo to go with it? And I said, well, yeah. And they rang me up, and that box of ammo, it was like a box of, I can't remember how many 45 ACP, maybe 100. It might have been one of those 100 packs, I'm not sure. But it was like $85. And I asked them, I said, my God, $85? And they said, yeah, ammo's gone up. Well, ammo hadn't gone up, they're just high. And I mean, and it wasn't even it wasn't self-defense ammo or anything like that. It was just a Remington UMC yellow box of ammo. It was like $85. I believed him when he said ammo had gone up. So I went ahead and bought it. But then I got home, and the next time we went to Walmart, you know, I saw the same box, and it was maybe $50 or $45 or something like that. It was certainly not $85. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't $85. So I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Gander Mountain. Gander Mountain's been here 10 years. I've been coming to it for years. I haven't been a huge fan of the place, but I've bought quite a few things from them over the years. I haven't bought a lot of clothes because I don't buy clothes much, but mainly guns I've bought from them over the years, and it's always been a fun place to at least go look. If you're in Little Rock and you need time to kill, you can at least go there and knock around a little bit. But it's kind of funny. They're selling, I mean, they're legit liquidating everything in there. They're selling the shelves. They're selling their conference tables and chairs in there. They're selling all their glass cases for the firearms, all their coat racks and stuff for the clothes. But even then, I haven't decided yet whether or not I'm going to put the footage at the beginning or the end of this video. But as you'll see, or may have already seen, the prices in there are still, even with them having 30 and 40% off, they're still not what you would call like a fire sale or anything. It's just, you know, the only thing in there just then that kind of caught my eye was that pair of 511 boots. They'd had them marked down from like 140 to like 98 bucks. Well, you know, that's kind of an okay deal, but that's not like anything that's really grabbing me to buy it, because I've been to other boot stores around, and you can typically find different brands and different styles of boots down, you know, marked down to like 60 bucks or 70 bucks. So I know that's a good name brand. They're probably a great boot, but you know, I don't know. I don't care. It's still 100 bucks for a pair of shoes. That's just the kind of person I am. And that's kind of why this place is going out of business. They just aren't flashy enough to charge that kind of a price. You know, Bass Pro is just as bad, if not higher, than Gander Mountain on their prices. But because it's Bass Pro, and because they got a fish tank inside the store, and they got fake rock walls and music playing, I know a lot of guys who will buy stuff from Bass Pro simply because they want to be able to say, yeah, I got this at Bass Pro this weekend. So Bass Pro can kind of get away with it. Cabela's can probably get away with it. I don't think Gander Mountain got away with it because they're going out of business, and it's kind of a shame, kind of not. Like I say, on one hand, I'm like, well, you know, you kind of brought this on yourself with your high prices. On the other hand, the store's been around 10 years, and I can remember going to it in college. I've gone here a lot of times with my buddies. I've got a buddy that bought a damn Desert Eagle in here. Wild. He paid like, he just walked in and said, hey, I like that, I'm gonna buy it. And I was like, my God, he walked out, paid like 1,700 bucks for a Desert Eagle. And that's just kind of a memory of mine, because it wasn't like, it was just it was probably the biggest impulse buy I've ever seen. It was just on a whim. But he strutted right on in and strutted right out like Ric Flair with a Desert Eagle. And so I just kind of have a few good memories about this store, but I've got a few that aren't so good, so I'm kind of mixed on it. But anyway, I walked around in there a little bit and got some video. Nothing special really. I don't think much of it now, but probably 10 years from now, maybe someone will look back and think, hey, you remember Gander Mountain? Yeah, let's watch that video. So I thought maybe this might make something interesting, nice little time capsule. I've seen other people taking videos of Sears closing down, or JCPenney or Kmart or something like that. And those are kind of interesting because I grew up going to Sears every year for back to school shopping with my mom. So maybe someone will kind of feel the same way about Gander Mountain. I doubt they feel that way about Gander Mountain, but someday, hopefully, somebody will look back and think, hey, remember Gander Mountain? Yeah, let's watch that video. So anyway, I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you on down the road.